What's going on, guys? It's Jake. It's 4:30 in the morning, but we have brand new Beyblade news to talk about. I don't know why I'm still awake. I'm very tired, but let's just get right into the news. So as you guys may or may not know, the May Beyblade Burst Sparking release is actually a Fafnir, and it comes out May 30th, but up until now, we didn't really know anything about this new Fafnir, except that it was coming out. And we also know that, of course, Free is going to be returning in the next episode of Beyblade Burst Sparking, just later this week. Well, Nook Nation, we now know what this new Fafnir is going to look like, and what it is called. Before we hop into the news, if we could hit 500 likes on this video, that would of course be amazing, and hit subscribe to join the Nook Nation. We're trying to hit 260,000 subscribers. It is actually called Mirage Fafnir, and it looks to be really cool, and let's just talk about it. So we don't really have any really high quality pictures of the new Fafnir yet, but we do have a full part breakdown, and it is kind of low quality, but whenever there's high quality stuff out, I will make an update to this video. So the full part combo is Mirage Fafnir 2S, because it is a stamina type. It's going to have a stamina type chassis on nothing. We're going back to the very first Fafnir driver. Okay. So looking at the chip first, the core is a green color, and I like it. Of course, it's going to be green. It matches the Fafnir color scheme, but it seems to be the same core that came with Valkyrie and Ragnarok, but just a different color. And about the chip, it looks to be, you know, the typical Fafnir gold dragon on it. It looks very similar to Wizard Fafnir's GT chip, by the way. Maybe it's just me, but I think it looks pretty similar. But it looks like it's white. It looks white, but I'm gonna say it's actually going to be clear, because white just really would not make sense, and it would just not flow well with the rest of the bay at all. So while it looks white in this picture, I think it's because it has like a white background or something, and it's actually clear, or like a translucent-ish color. Next up, we have the ring, and this is called Mirage, and it actually kind of looks like a mixture of two different Fafnirs. What do you guys think the mixture is of? I think it looks like a mixture of Geist from Cho-Z and Wizard Fafnir from the last season, GT. So I say it kind of looks like Geist because it has that three-sided design. I mean, all Fafnirs have had a three-sided design, but Geist was a little bit more obvious, and it really kind of looked like a reverse Valkyrie in my opinion. But it does have a lot of rubber on it, just like Wizard Fafnir did. So it looks like a mixture of those two bays, and it looks like the rubber is going around the entire ring. So I am pretty hyped for Mirage here. It looks really awesome. It looks very Fafnir-like. They didn't really do anything super crazy with the design to make it really different or anything, but it looks to be just a solid evolution. The next part we're looking at is the chassis, and this one is called 2S. It is the second stamina type chassis after Glide Ragnarok's 1S, and this is not a single chassis like that one is. It's a double, which means it has the disc and the chassis combined together. And this one is a Fafnir green color, which is something that was kind of obvious. I think everybody was kind of expecting that, but what I did not expect is it looks like a triangle. It matches up with the edges and the design of Mirage, but it definitely is a bit of a triangle. Also, I wonder if this chassis is going to be both left and right spin, or if it's going to be left spin exclusively. I don't think we have any left spin only discs yet, but who knows? I can't really tell from the picture. And then finally, we have Nothing, and it's not Nothing Dash or anything. It looks to be pretty much the same driver that came out like almost 4 years ago at this point. A really long time ago. So it's, you know, it's Nothing. Nothing is pretty cool, although is it the best driver? No. And also, I feel like the Fafnir is going to be really wide, so is it going to tip over kind of easily? I don't really know, but it's Nothing. We've seen it before plenty of times. If you thought the news was over, You are wrong. Now we move on to the next bay. We have another one, and it is the new Longinus, and it is called Rage Longinus. Once again, we do not really have any high quality pictures of Rage Longinus just yet, but I will do an update video later when it is available. But we do see all of the parts for it, and it looks pretty interesting. I feel like I say that for pretty much every bay that's out. I think interesting might be my favorite word. Anyways, let's just move on. So the full combo for this bay is Rage Longinus 3A on Destroy Dash. So once again, we get a driver that we've had before, but all the other parts are brand new. So looking at the chip first, we have a really cool looking dragon head, very similar to Bloody Longinus in the way that it's, laid out. I think it looks pretty good. It's definitely better looking than Bloody Longinus, in my opinion, and it follows the Longinus color scheme of white, purple, and gold. Also, I want to say that the chip core is also unique, but it looks very similar to the one that we had on Fafnir, Ragnarok, and Valkyrie, but just a different color scheme. But I'm not really sure. I kind of thought that they would include a metal core for this, because I feel like putting a metal core on a Fafnir would make sense, but I guess not. It's just normal plastic. Next up, we move on to the ring, which is called Rage, and this looks extremely similar to Savai from Beyblade Burst GT, except maybe even nerfed a little bit, because it has the same, 2 plastic contact points and then 2 metal dragon heads, except the dragon heads are even smaller than they were on Savai. So I don't know if it's gonna hit as hard. I'm really not sure. The ring is definitely a little meh looking to me. I kind of thought that there would be a little bit more metal on the Longinus, but it's okay. It's just how it is. It might look different in person. I don't really know. And it has pretty much the same color scheme as Savai Longinus 2, except Savai was definitely more blue, while this tends to be more purple, and that kind of follows Louis' design a little bit more, in my opinion. But now we're going to move on to the chassis, which is called 3A. I assume that this is definitely going to be a left spin only chassis. That would make sense, and boy is this thing pretty big, and it looks like a beefier, upgraded version of the Drake disc that we had with Savai Longinus. While Mage Fafnir looks like a mixture of Wizard Fafnir and Geist Fafnir, this new Longinus just looks like a straight up beefier version of Savai. And looking at the contact points on 3A, the bigger sides actually line up with the dragon heads on the ring, so I guess it kind of makes sense why they nerfed the ring a little bit compared to Savai, because whenever you put it with the 3A chassis, it still has pretty huge contact points. Next up, we have the driver, and it is called Destroy Dash. This is honestly one of my favorite drivers in Beyblade Burst. I used it a lot during the Blader Bash just like almost a year ago, and I love this driver. But why is it blue? Pretty much all the colors on this Longinus are either like a purple, a very, very dark blue, gold, white, but then we have almost a very bright blue looking driver. That doesn't really make any sense to me. I hope the blue is darker in person, or else it's just really gonna stick out, and I'm just not a big fan of that. But what do you guys think of Rage Fafnir in the comments down below? I really dig it, although I hope it's not nerfed compared to Savai, because I think Savai Longinus was really, really fun. I loved the way it looked. I loved the way it battled. So hopefully this one is not a downgrade. So for the last bit of news that we have, it is actually a picture for what could be Lane Valhalla's bay. Possibly, I mean, it lines up with his bay that he uses in the manga, so it could be, but it's not like 100% confirmed, I guess. And it comes out July of 2020, so just a couple of months away. I'm seeing the name Uranus thrown around, although that might be the bay's name, or it could be like another user's name, like a person's name. I'm really not 100% sure. It seems kind of up in the air as of right now, but as more pictures of Korokoro comes out, we'll probably know a decent bit more. But what do you guys think? But that's going to wrap up this video, guys. If you liked it, hit that like button down below. We're trying to hit 500 likes, and subscribe to join the Nook Nation. Overall, a decent chunk of news, a new Fafnir, a new Longinus, and we also see what could be Lane Valhalla's Bay. A lot of really cool stuff coming out very, very soon. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Have fun, and bay away.